We've all heard the saying, money doesn't grow on trees. But you know what does grow on trees? Wealth. A tiny seed becomes a mighty oak. How? Compounding. It's slow, steady, and over time incredibly powerful. That's the magic of compounding. In the investment world, compounding is like that mighty oak. Start small, reinvest your earnings. Over time, you end up with a financial forest. Saurabh Mukherjea reveals this in The Unusual Billionaires. 7 Indian companies used compounding to become giants. They were disciplined and it paid off. So remember, think about compounding and growth, the power of time and consistency. That's how you build wealth, brick by brick, year after year. Let's talk about leadership, the kind that takes a company from good to great, the kind that inspires, innovates, and drives success. Think of them as the captains of industry.
These leaders navigate treacherous waters. They have a clear vision of their destination. They assemble a top-notch crew and weather any storm.
Mukherjea highlights the crucial role of visionary leaders. Take Asian Paints, for example. Its leaders transformed a small paint company into a market leader by focusing on quality, innovation, and customer satisfaction.
These leaders took risks. They disrupted the status quo and put their customers first. That's what separates the good from the great. That's what creates lasting success.
Remember the importance of strong leadership. Find a captain who inspires you, find a captain who shares your vision, and navigate the choppy waters to success. In the business world, it's tempting to chase every shiny object. But the companies that truly thrive are the ones that stick to their knitting. They focus on what they do best and avoid distractions. Think about it like this. You wouldn't ask a plumber to perform brain surgery, right? It's the same with companies. Trying to be all things to all people is a recipe for disaster. Mukherjea emphasizes this point by highlighting companies like HDFC Bank. They've resisted the urge to diversify into unrelated businesses. Instead, they've doubled down on their core strengths, banking and financial services. And guess what? It's worked wonders for them. By focusing on their knitting, these companies become masters of their craft. They develop deep expertise, they build strong customer relationships, and they create sustainable competitive advantages. So, the next time you're tempted to chase a shiny object, remember the power of focus. Stick to your knitting, become the best at what you do. That's how you win in the long run. In business, it's not just about making money. It's about making money efficiently. It's about squeezing every drop of value out of every dollar you spend. That's what operational efficiency is all about.
Think of it like this. Imagine 2 runners in a marathon. One runner wastes energy with every stride. The other runner is lean and efficient, conserving energy for the long haul. Who do you think will win?
The same principle applies to business. Companies that prioritize operational efficiency have a huge advantage. They can offer competitive prices, they can invest in growth, and they can weather economic storms.
Mukherjea highlights this in his book. The unusual billionaires he profiles are masters of efficiency. They track their costs ruthlessly, they optimize their processes, and they're always looking for ways to do more with less.
So, if you want to build a successful business, make operational efficiency a top priority. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. It's the difference between winning and losing in the long run. Section 5, the customer is king, a lesson in loyalty. Let's face it, folks, without customers, you don't have a business. You've got a hobby.
And the companies that understand this simple truth are the ones that thrive. They live and breathe customer satisfaction.
Think about it like this. Imagine 2 restaurants. One serves mediocre food with lousy service. The other serves amazing food with a smile. Which one are you going back to? The answer is obvious.
Customers are the lifeblood of any business, and the companies that treat them like royalty are the ones that build lasting success.
In The Unusual Billionaires, Mukherjea highlights companies that have mastered the art of customer centricity. They go above and beyond to understand their customers' needs. They provide exceptional service, and they build relationships that last a lifetime.
So, remember, the customer is king. Treat them like it. Listen to them. Give them what they want, and they'll reward you with their loyalty and their business.
Section 6, integrity, the foundation of trust. In the business world, your word is your bond. Integrity is non-negotiable. It's the foundation upon which trust is built, and without trust, you can kiss success goodbye.
Think about it like this. Imagine you're about to make a big purchase. You have 2 options: A company with a reputation for honesty and fairness, or a company known for cutting corners and misleading customers? Which one are you going with? The answer is clear. Integrity matters.
It builds trust with customers, employees, and investors, and trust is the bedrock of any successful business.
In The Unusual Billionaires, Mukherjea emphasizes the importance of ethical behavior. The companies he profiles are known for their honesty, transparency, and fairness. They understand that doing the right thing is always the best course of action. So remember, integrity is not optional. It's essential. It's the foundation of a strong reputation and a sustainable business.
Section 7. Adapting to survive, rolling with the punches. The business world is a dynamic, ever-changing landscape. Companies that can adapt to new technologies, market trends, and customer preferences are the ones that thrive.
It's like surfing. You gotta ride the waves, baby. Think about it like this. Imagine a surfer who refuses to adapt to changing wave conditions. They're going to wipe out. It's the same with companies. Those that cling to outdated business models are doomed to fail.
Mukherjea highlights this in his book. The unusual billionaires he profiles are masters of adaptation. They're constantly innovating. They're not afraid to pivot their strategies when necessary. And they're always looking for ways to stay ahead of the curve.
So remember, the only constant is change. Embrace it. Be adaptable. Be willing to evolve. That's how you stay afloat in the choppy waters of the business world.
Section 8, playing the long game, patience pays off. In the age of instant gratification, it's tempting to look for shortcuts. But real lasting success takes time. It takes patience. It takes a willingness to play the long game. Think about it like this. Imagine a gardener who plants a seed and expects a flower to bloom the next day. It's not going to happen. Growth takes time. It takes nurturing. It takes patience. The same is true in business. Building a successful company is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires a long-term vision, a commitment to continuous improvement, and a willingness to delay gratification. Mukherjea drives this point home in The Unusual Billionaires. The companies he profiles didn't achieve success overnight. They focused on building strong foundations, making smart decisions, and playing the long game. So remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither is a successful business. Be patient, be persistent, and focus on the long term. The rewards will be worth it. Section 9, learning from the best Asian paints and HDFC Bank. Now let's take a closer look at two companies from Mukherjea's book, Asian Paints and HDFC Bank. These companies exemplify the principles we've been talking about. Asian Paints, a paint company? Sounds boring, right? Wrong. They've become giants by focusing on customer needs, innovating constantly, and building a brand synonymous with quality. They're like the Apple of paint. Then there's HDFC Bank. They've become one of India's most trusted banks by sticking to their knitting, providing excellent customer service, and maintaining the highest ethical standards. They're the gold standard of banking. These companies are proof that success leaves clues. By studying their strategies, we can learn valuable lessons about leadership, customer focus, operational efficiency, and the importance of long-term thinking. So, take inspiration from these unusual billionaires. Apply their principles to your own endeavors. And remember, with hard work, dedication, and a little bit of luck, you too can achieve extraordinary things.